bridges and rehabilitated another bridge in the village. The Bin Khalifa Foundation, through the United Arab Emirates Embassy in Dakar, approved $1 million to fund the project. An initial plan to spend the money on the construction of over 40 houses was changed after NDMA advised donors to adopt what it believes is a more holistic approach to the disaster.
If you want to address the issue of Kuntauru in a more holistic approach, you must provide a flood protection dike that will protect the houses. By building houses alone without protecting them will not pay any dividends. This is why we included flood protection dike to protect the infrastructure in the community.
The NDMA Executive Director, Sana Dahaba, has also revealed that out of the $1 million approved, $650,000 has so far been spent in the project. However, there has been a delay to the construction of the dike due to a dispute in the community over a part of the land through which the dike runs.
Negotiation is going on, the mediation is going on. The Vice President was here just yesterday to talk between Kuntauru and Jakaba so that we can permanently address this solution.
Like these beneficiaries who were once affected by a natural disaster, there remain many households vulnerable to flood or windstorm. Though humanitarian support like this one has brought relief for many, concerns for sustainable solutions to natural disasters keep presenting challenges rainy season after rainy season. Mahmoud Lamin Choi, QTV News.
Highly profound gesture there. Now, the Vice President, Dr. Aissatou Toure, presided over launching of the National Food Fortification Regulation 2020 on Wednesday at the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara Conference Center in Bijilo. The 4-year project is under the supervision of the FAO, funded by the EU. Omar Pijalo reports.
The launching of National Food Fortification Regulation is seen as an important milestone in the history of the Food Safety and Quality Authority, particularly as it will serve as a regulatory tool for compliance and enforcement for food commodities such as edible fats and oils, wheat flour and food-grade salt, to regulate what is imported as well as what is produced locally for our domestic markets. At the launch, the Chairman, Board of Directors, FSQA, Amadou Sow, said the authority believes the nutritional content of food will improve. Mr. Sow called on people to comply and consume more micronutrient-rich foods for a better health.
The country's health statistics over the years continue to show daunting challenges in micronutrients deficiencies and their negative impact on the vulnerable strata of the population. We are gratified for the political will and commitment of the government of the Gambia.
Mrs. Musibudi Rampedi, the FAO country representative, said the food fortification project is a nationwide initiative to combat micronutrients deficiencies, adding that the FAO is committed to supporting the government in its drive towards eradicating all forms of malnutrition.
The Gambia's 2018 micronutrient survey confirmed that some children under the age of 5 may be underweight and remain at risk due to stunting, wasting, and may also have iodine and vitamin A deficiency. The survey highlighted that women require attention due to anemia.
Launching the project, the Vice President, Dr. Aissatou Toure, said malnutrition remains a major public health challenge in the Gambia, especially among women and children, but said government is committed to addressing this challenge with support from partners. VP Toure also reveals that the project focuses on the North Bank and the Central River regions, as these are areas where, according to the 2013 Demographic Health Survey, micronutrient deficiencies are believed to be very high among children and pregnant women.
Micronutrient deficiencies form an important global health issue, with malnutrition affecting key development outcomes, including poor physical and mental development in children, vulnerability or exacerbation of disease, mental retardation, blindness, and general losses in productivity and potential.
The regulation includes information on applicable laws and the national standard required in the fortification process and import procedures for easy enforcement. The Food Safety and Quality Authority FSQA was established by the Food Safety and Quality Act in 2011 as the authority in charge of regulating the safety of all food and agricultural products, whether locally produced, imported or destined for export. FSQA also has the authority to draft and develop food safety regulations and standards which are sent to Parliament for approval. Given the importance of these standards to our health and well-being, all eyes will be on how effective enforcement of them will be. Reporting for QTV News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
The Chief of Defence Staff of the Gambia Armed Forces, Lieutenant General Yakuba A. Drame, have finally ended his nationwide tour of military installations. The CDS ended his 12-day tour in Banjul with a visit to the Naval Command, the State Guards Battalion and the Joint Army Headquarters. Babukar C., who was embedded with the Army for the duration of the tour, has the rest of that story.
The 12-day tour ended in Banjul with a 2-day engagement at the Naval Control Unit, the State Guards Battalion, and finally at the Joint Defense Headquarters. Welcoming the delegation, the Navy Commander, Commodore Madani Senghor, informed the CDS that the Navy is working closely with its partners from the civil and security sector in carrying out its duties.
The Gambian Navy is working in partnership with all the relevant stakeholders in the civil sector as well as in the security sector. As this is assigned by the Gambian Navy Act 1996, and the Gambian Navy happens to be the only law enforcement agency under the armed and security forces that have the role of enforcing the laws of the land in the maritime environment.
As has been customary on this tour, the CDS addressed the men and women in uniform by reminding them of their duties and responsibilities as security personnel. The convoy then headed to the State Guards Battalion, where the commander, Seth Njai, welcomed the CDS visit to the State House, where the State Guards consist of all the security units under one command.
Working together as one unit from different backgrounds is never easy anywhere. But God so good, we are doing very well. And that is why within this short period, we are able to do a lot. Even putting on one uniform was something very, very difficult to achieve. But thank God we are here now. Not many people were promoted at once in that large number. It was only when you came as CDS, that is this last promotion, where we have a lot of private soldiers elevated to Lance Corporal. And the troops are very, very happy about that. That has boosted their morals. And we can see it in fact what we do now. It has reflected on their job. It has boosted their morale. It has increased their level of participation and their sense of belonging.
Similar statements were echoed by the commander of the Republican Guard, Colonel Turo Jaune, and the DPS at the Ministry of Defense, Deloba, who all hailed the pragmatic leadership of the CDS, who for the past 11 days used the tour to boost the morals of the soldiers while reminding them of their terms of reference.
People say Gambians are friendly people. That's a unique quality we have. People that say Gambians are hospitable. That's a unique quality we have. And people that say we are interwoven our relationship. Again, it's a beautiful quality we have. Let's not allow politics and tribalism to change that status quo. It is going to serve nobody's interest, but rather we are all going to stand to lose. By the way, serving members of the armed forces, my advice to you, in my capacity as your godfather, is to make sure that we remain united. We remain resolute and determined to work towards the maintenance of peace in this country. If we allow not to be divided, I can tell you with certainty, the future of this country is very bright. But if we allow to be divided, either on tribal lines or political lines, trust me, we are going to degenerate into a conflict situation.
From the State Guards Battalion, the Chief of Defence Staff ended his tour at the Joint Defence Headquarters, where a similar activity was held. Babukar C., QTV News.
And that report by Babukar C. there will lead us to the commercial break, but we will be back in a moment with more news stories.
The best product in town is back. QCell's MiFi router. Get the best MiFi in the country for just $2,800 and connect up to 15 users with 4G internet speeds and a long-lasting battery life. So rush now to any of our customer care locations and get the best for less while stocks last. For more info, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Boss, the Gambia's quality network. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back from that short commercial break. Be reminded you're following QTV News coming to you live from our studios along Kairaba Avenue. And I am Ansmane Sonyase. Now, $1.5 million worth of textbooks were presented on Monday to the Regional Education Directorate in URR by TechM, a transformative organization responsible for the National Spelling Bee competition. Our regional URR correspondent Alaji A.F. Jallo tells us more.
The donated textbooks are to be distributed to upper basics and senior secondary schools and the Gambia College Annex in Basse. The learning materials will promote the culture of reading and learning for students in various schools. Receiving the donations, Fatusi, the regional director for Region 6, said, enhancing school libraries is important for efficient learning and research.
Talking on an initiative that is focusing on improving school library programs in our schools. Learning to read is an important component of reading to learn. And in order to learn to read, you need access to resources that they are making available to you today. So I don't know how to express this, but we really appreciate the effort you have made to bring all these books to the school. Because without these resources, learners will not have the ability to engage with these resources and then learn to read, and in order to read to learn.
The coordinator of TechM, Tunde Ogundimu, said, quality education is only attainable if the culture of reading is improved.
What I believe we can do is to support quality education in this country. And today we are here on a different project, which is to establish or strengthen culture of reading, not only in schools, but homes. We struggle to get books from different angles. We are doing this just to make sure that we put smile on these kids. They are the future of this country. They are all we have. If we don't invest in them today, if we don't build them today to the taste that they will change and shape the nation in the correct way.
The governor of URR, Sambaba, also spoke about how the books will help students excel in reading.
The only way for you to excel is when you develop that culture of reading. It is only the book that you don't need electricity to read. It is only that book that can be with you anywhere you go to. It doesn't need any network, what we call for you to read. So therefore, even on your bed, you can put that book down, you lie with that book. If you wake up at any time, you can just take the book and read a page or two, and that would add something in your development. And that's the culture that is missing right now.
Musa Emba, the acting vice principal of Kobakunda School, one of the beneficiaries, expressed his delight.
We are happy to receive this donation of books. I think this donation will definitely help in making sure that we have smooth learning exercise that should actually take place here. And this donation will definitely help the students build their reading skills as well as enhance their learning.
These donations was made possible by the support of a family in the USA, the Regional Education Directorate too, and the Central Bank of the Gambia, who made it possible for the books to reach their destinations.
Thank you, TechM. We will be forever grateful.
Reporting for QTV News, I am Alaji A.F. Jallo.
Now, a Gambian actress has been declared the best actress at the Long Story Short International Film Festival, Romania, and Best Up-and-Comer Actress 2020 at the U.S. Hollywood International Golden Film Awards. Maria Macaulay, who won the awards for her performance in the film Mebet, dedicated them to the First Lady and the CEO of Ebunja Theatre. William Camara reports.
Theater has been an influential factor in many people's lives, allowing their creativity to flourish, and most importantly, enabling the development of their self-expression. Mariama Colley's achievement in theater is no exception. The awards were unveiled at the Ebunjan Theater on Saturday. Momodou Diouf, the former Minister of Tourism and Culture, who is Mariama's grandfather, gave some background information about his granddaughter.
Mariam grew up in Brikama, as I said, raised by my mother. And at home, she's an introvert, not an extrovert. You'll be surprised. Mariam hardly talks, is very quiet at home, very collected, very composed, and very disciplined.
Hassom Sise, the Director General of the National Center for Arts and Culture, and Usman Jaju, a movie producer, both congratulated Mariama and offered words of encouragement.
We are happy for you. You still have like all the years before you, but even at this young age, you have really done wonderfully well. I was just going through this small booklet, and I say congratulations.
The awards that had been accorded to Mariama Colley are not only deserving, but they speak to that future. They speak to the potential that the film industry has.
Mariama's mother, Adama Jau, also had much to say about her daughter's achievement. I am so happy that my daughter won multiple awards and everybody is celebrating with us. But it would not have been possible without the support from colleagues. This win is for every Gambian. Fatoumata Barbaro, the First Lady, said it is an honor to be part of the celebrations, adding that the dedication of the award to her means a lot.
I never thought we had this kind of talent in this country. Winning an award from Hollywood is big, because we have only 3 big industries like Hollywood, Bollywood and Nollywood. Winning from Hollywood is Gambians' pride. We need to celebrate her.
Mariama Colley, the international award-winning actress, shares a few memories of her accomplishment over the years.
My first international recognition was in 2013 when I was nominated for the African Oscars for the Hand of Fate movie, which was my first movie. And when I got that recognition, at first I wasn't taking it seriously. For me, this is just me doing what I love to do. I didn't think it was that of a big deal and value to other people who are on international platforms and doing the work that we do. It takes a lot before you can entitle yourself that. And I have been one person who is always looking for learning opportunities to grow my potential. University was the aim, obviously, but I think I have graduated from university. I got a degree.
She called on the government to look into the performing arts by investing in the industry. It was a spectacular night, full of ambience. Family members, colleagues in the theater industry, government officials, amongst others, all gathered to celebrate Mariama's laudable achievements. For QTV News, Lolly M. Camara.
Now, over now to business news. In a surprising and welcome gesture and a show of support to business, the Q Group Foundation presented cash of $20,000 each to designers and $1,000 each to models who participated in the 4th edition of QTV's Tobaski Act Style. The executive director of the Q Group Foundation calls the move a gesture of appreciation and promotion to the beneficiary businesses. QTV's Mohamed Lamin Choi tells us more.
It is a philanthropic support to talents in the Gambia's designing and model industry. When QTV invited designers to apply to participate in its 4th edition of its Tobaski Act Style, registration fees were pegged at $10,000. The event became a success, after which also comes what is a welcome surprise to all the participants. The executive director of the Q Group Foundation announces a significant donation of cash support to the participants.
We understand that each of you paid a registration fee of $10,000. Today, we are pleased to announce that we will present to each of you $20,000 as a support. That is a token gesture because we wish you to earn more than you invested for the program, because your work is to showcase your potential, and that is the reason for our existence. QTV is here to show the work coming from the country. That is why QTV shows more local content than anything else.
The models are also going home with cash support from the Q Group Foundation for their participation in the QTV's 4th edition of Tobaski Ak Style.
kii tam ku jee mu ne ma modèle si ñu ngi am modèle soo ñu ne mu ne modèle si fe jox nañ leen tuuti de waaye lu mu leen fay sax mu ne moom xeeb na ko.
For the models, I have also been informed by Kuje that they were paid $200,000, and we deemed the amount between so many. So I decided the amount paid to the models, who number 20, we will give each of them $1,000 for fare. In the future, we hope to create more opportunities for support in subsequent editions of QTV's Tobaski Ak Style.
This year's QTV's Tobaski Ak Style gathered men and women designers who have used the television as a platform to expose to the Gambia and beyond their fashion products. The announcement of the donation from the Q Group Foundation was never an expectation from any of them. We are so excited today. Looking at it, we are young people, and since we started working with QTV, I believe we have been going along well, something that has worked for us since the beginning. I'm saying that what the Q Group Foundation has done for us should encourage us to give back to others, because we are now a group, and if we come together, we can do more than what Q Group has done for us.
On behalf of all the models, we would like to say a big thank you to the Q Group Foundation. And
if we have this kind of support from all the shows we participate in, the model industry would go to the great heights. This is the first time I have participated, and it went well. I appreciated everything because things succeeded beyond my imagination. Concerning the support, we really did not expect it.
As a philanthropic arm of the Q Group, the foundation is the channel through which the Q Group delivers on its corporate social responsibility across the country. The foundation has championed support for the socio-economic development of Gambians through education, health, environmental conservation, and much more. Mohamed Lamin Choi, QTV News.
Over now to international news. We, of course, have some sad news for you. The president of Haiti, Jovenel Moïse, was killed at his residence on Wednesday during an attack by unidentified armed men. His wife, Martine Moïse, was also injured during the attack. And I'm afraid that is all that time permits, but we will be back at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Until then, thanks for watching.